Oh, sorry, I was on my phone. It only took me 5 seconds, but in that time I was distracted enough to travel 1 football field in length in a car going 55 miles per hour. Anything in my path would have been plowed over and made into mush. A deer, a garbage can, your car, your cute poodle Fifi, or even your 4-year-old nephew that wandered into the road. Once I hit whatever I hit, there ain't no taking it back. Phone distractions while driving cause permanent results. Programs like X the Text sound great, but are ineffective. Technology needs to be part of the solution. Cellular phones should be required to have a snail sensor installed that makes it impossible to respond to a phone call or text when the phone is traveling 5 miles per hour or more. But before you disregard distracted driving as someone else's problem or no big deal, let's examine how deadly this issue really is. Accident rates from cell phone use. Many traffic accidents are related to cell phone use. The Edgar Snyder survey reports that 660,000 drivers are attempting to use their phones while behind the wheel of an automobile. Texting and driving is about 6 times more likely to cause an accident than driving intoxicated, according to the National Organization for Youth Safety. There is 11 teen deaths every day from texting and driving. The more texting, the more distractions, the less attention paid to the road. The National Organization for Youth Safety came out with this stunning new statistic. Texting and driving is the same as driving blind for about 5 seconds. It also doubles the driver's reaction time, according to the Texas A&M Transportation Institute. Talking on the phone and driving can also be very deadly. Drivers pay more attention to their conversations than to the dangers of the road. Have you ever seen someone cross the center line coming right at you and then notice their phone in their hand by their ear when they pass? Live science statistics show talking on their cell phones were 18% slower to react to brake lights. New hands-free equipment is not the answer. Per the National Safety Council, 53% of drivers incorrectly think hands-free technology makes driving and talking on the phone more safe. Although hands-free equipment gives the driver another hand to steer with, it does not take away from the mental distraction of a conversation. You see, drivers are going to find a way to do what they want to do. Stopping texting and driving will take more than voluntarily having drivers pledge not to text. A technological solution is required. People sign pledges every day and verbally commit to stop distracted driving, but these initiatives still haven't worked. These statistics previously talked about show that distracted driving is a major problem in the United States. The AAA studies in March of 2015 showed that distracted driving was still a factor in 58% of teen crashes. It also played a factor in 89% of road departures while teens were driving. The "it won't happen to me" thought makes drivers feel like distracted driving is okay. According to the icebike.org, it doesn't matter how mad you think your driving skills are, you can't text while you're driving. 25% of teens respond to a text while driving every single time they step in that car. We need to use technology to make sure that telephones do not tempt people to respond while driving. Phone companies should install a motion sensor that disables phones from responding when a limit of 5 miles an hour per hour is reached. If the motion sensor is put in a phone, no longer can drivers choose to ignore these strict laws. Phone technology allows you to track your phone, so it isn't a stretch to think it can't track the speed at which you are moving. Phones can be wired to receive messages at any speed, but not open them until the recipient comes to a complete stop. If an important message comes in, you can pull over at a safe location to read that message. If someone tries to call you while you are driving, don't worry, you will not hear it ring. The phone call will go directly to your voicemail and alarm you after you stop your car. So why don't we make the next call to your legislator's voicemail and tell them we can solve this problem? By putting pressure on your legislators to make the phone companies responsible for installing speed sensors in their phones, we can stop this problem. If distracted driving is causing 11 teen deaths daily, then by installing the speed sensor will decrease the fatalities. The cost of installing the speed sensor on your phone will be minimal compared to a life lost. The first time the speed sensor is added to your phone, the cost will be included in your monthly insurance premiums. If you are found tampering with this speed sensor, there will be an increase in your monthly insurance premium, and it will also increase with each offense. The speed sensor will be available to all cell phones. Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, Straight Talk, and any other company you can think of will be required to sell their phones with this new speed sensor. Smartphones, dumb phones, government-issued phones will all have this speed sensor also. Not only will lives be saved, installing the speed sensor will have positive financial outcomes. By lowering traffic accidents and fatalities, insurance costs will go down drastically. Wrongful death lawsuits against the insurance companies for distracted driving will also decrease. Minor fender benders caused by phone distractions will not occur, saving insurance companies and decreasing premiums. By not including police officers in solving this problem with using a phone while driving, taxpayers will also save money. Officers can be used to police the streets for violent crimes instead of giving out texting tickets. Officers will be able to focus on driving issues that cause these fatalities. So let's quit passing our problem on the officers and other people when we have power to cause positive change ourselves. Cellular phones should be required to have a snail sensor installed that makes it impossible to respond to a phone call or text when the phone is traveling over 5 miles per hour. Call your legislator now and tell him or her that enough is enough. It's time to start saving lives. Oh, I think my phone is ringing, but wait a second. I gotta pull over.